Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Welcome to Footwork.
And after so many games there, one of my friends called me from Seattle Sounders preseason. We actually both got let go in Seattle Sounders. And he had played, I think he played for like Kitsap Pumas or something like that. So he was playing the same as me, USL League 2. But he had played in Thailand professionally before. So he was going back over and was just like, yo, brother, you want to like go over to Southeast Asia and, try and break into Thailand and see if we can, get our career going again there professionally. And I was like, I have not heard any better idea right now. So I actually left FC Miami City before the season was finished and went over there and just started making connections and making, as you all say, your own path over there without knowing anything. Didn't know anything about Southeast Asia, like no education about that part of the world whatsoever, but just went off what my friend told me, and like he enjoyed it a lot when he played pro there. So I felt like I had to give it a go and see how it is.
Mm-hmm. And how did you wind up getting a trial with the team? You two wind up going on trial as a striker, which is another funny story.
I signed as a striker.
You signed as a striker. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's truly make your own path, man.
Yeah. So I Charlotte Independence, actually, they put me at center back. So I went to Charlotte Independence at outside back, and they changed me to center back because they're like, okay, your best position center back. And that's where I stayed the whole time I was at Charlotte Independence. So when I went over to Thailand, I was playing center back, but then no one couldn't find any opportunities at center back. Like it seemed like nobody was looking for a foreign center back, but loads of teams were looking for foreign strikers. So it's like, all right, let's change this and let's give it a go. And fortunately, like I have a bit of pace, so I like get in behind teams a lot. So I would just be making through runs and like getting 1v1 situations and then miss.
Do everything and then like, oh, I've never been
instinct.
Here. Yeah.
I can make the runs from playing center back. I always watch strikers and like pick up on the runs and stuff. So I have a good idea of like runs I can make center backs won't like and stuff like this. So I'd always get into good situations, but it's like the end product is not there for me to be a striker.
That's so funny. I picture you just like on the CV too, just with a little white out, like just changing center back to striker. Like,
well, actually, my
my
CV in Southeast Asia was like main position center back, alternate striker.
I've never seen that for a second position.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
You wind up signing in Thai League 3, which is the third tier there.
Yeah.
One day before the transfer window closed, so you waited to the last minute, and as a striker.
So the reason I waited so long to sign was because I was actually with the Thai League 1 team for like over a month there on trial, and they had already signed their center back, and I was trying to sign as a striker for them. And from the experience I had, it just wasn't like they don't even recognize, at least back then, like coming from the US, like even though I had played at USL level, they didn't really recognize that. They're just thinking like, oh, an American, like. So there's very small chance that I was going to sign Thai League 1 because that's like the best league in Southeast Asia. That's like the league you want to play in is Thai League 1. So like towards the end of the transfer window, I was lucky enough to have this Thai League 3 team that signed me they didn't even see me. They just signed me because I had been with the Thai League 1 team, and the coach knew me and like was like, this guy is a good player. He'll work hard for you and, help your team. And so I signed straight with them as a striker.
How is that level? I mean, it's a third division in Thailand, but the things you hear about Thailand is like, teams could have money or something like this. Teams could be wanting to get promoted. So what is like the level like there and the professionality? What is that like?
It depends. It's exactly what you said. It depends on the team. If teams are going for promotion, they're throwing money at it. They'll have like Thai League 1 Thai players in their team and like have good foreign players on good money because they're just like ambitious and they're just trying to get promoted. And then you'll also play teams that don't have as much money and they'll just be like teams that will kick you all game and like not be as good of a football team. So you go through a lot of that, especially in Thai League 3. Like your top teams there will be spending loads of money, and then like your bottom teams are just really bad. Like just kick the crap out of you for 90 minutes.
Yeah. And did
So
you
there
have
could be
any,
a lot of go ahead, Sean, sorry.
do you have any success playing as a striker?
Well, as I was there, so in Thailand, it's a bit weird because they have to trust you. And like me signing without them seeing me, they didn't trust me. So like I came in there and I was like coming in as a sub. So I was on the bench as a foreign player and just coming in as a sub. And like they started to trust me more and more. They gave me a game in the League Cup to start. And I scored a goal that got called back because of a foul or something for us. So if they just kept playing on, I would have scored like a beautiful goal, but they didn't play on. So it got called back. And then, so after that, they started trusting me more and I started getting more time as a striker. But our team I signed like there was already like 3 or 4 games played already. So I signed after the season had started and our team was doing so bad. I think there's 14 teams in the league. We were in 13th place. And after 6 games, I told the boss, because he started to open up more to me and like me more the more they saw me play. And I was like, listen, like change me to center back. That's my main position. That's the professional position I played in the US. And let's see like how we do. And as soon as they did that, I think it was our 7th game of the season then. I think we won 2 or 3-0, kept our first, I think it was the first clean sheet of the season. And then that's when it all changed. I just stayed center back the rest of the season. And we went from 13th place. And I think we finished that year at like 6th or 7th. So like mid-table. But yeah, it was a really good experience. And it ultimately set up my Southeast Asia career, like having a good season with them.